Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I am Suzanne, a pet portrait and wildlife artist. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a bit of like all sorts, a bit of like a weekly vlog, showing you what I've been up to, and yeah, so stay tuned for an update on Tank's portrait. If you've seen in my last video, I was drawing out the line art for my next commission. I'm going to show you how I'm getting on with that one, and also a little bit of prep for Kenya. This is Tank. Tank is a cross between a border terrier and a yak terrier. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm not 100% sure. This is how far I've got so far, and I'm using mainly the Pitt pencils, pastel pencils from Faber-Castell, with a mixture of a few Caran D'ache and also some Stabilo Cabathellos, and working on pastel mats. So this one is the dark grey. I think I mentioned it in the previous videos, but it is one of my favourites to use alongside probably the light blue. When I start off with a portrait, I generally start with the eyes and try and get those in first, because I think you don't want to get all the way through your portrait and then do the eyes last and then them not look right, and it just knocks everything off. So if you can nail and perfect the eyes to start with, then it sets you off to a good start. And I don't always work the same way for each portrait. Sometimes, generally I will work from left to right just because I'm right-handed, and obviously with pastels it does smudge. Sometimes for the base layer I might just use pencils, sometimes I will use soft pastels, and sometimes, but not as often, I might even use pan pastels. It depends on the actual size of the portrait. If you've got a really big one, so this one is kind of like A4 size, but anything bigger, say A3 and then, you know, upwards, then I would tend to use something that's got quicker coverage like the soft pastels or the pan pastels. But there's no right or wrong way, you just find your own way of doing things. As for colours, I don't really tend to colour match. I know that you can use apps on the iPad to pick out the colours in the portrait, but I just tend to do them from looking. Maybe that's just something that comes with practice. I know I don't have any down here, but sometimes if you've got a piece of glassine paper, it's good to have that underneath your hand, and it does help eliminate any smudging or any unwanted marks that you want on the rest of the paper. Because one thing that is difficult to remove is pastel off the pastel mat. It's not like you can use a rubber and just rub it off. So you can use a putty rubber and just dab it and it does lift a bit, but it's super annoying when you spend this long working on a portrait and then you end up with an unwanted mark. I noticed then the lighting just changed as we shifted position, but I think at this point I was working quite late at night, and the light that I do have on above is the daylight lamp. It's the split one. It does just clamp to the desk and it's absolutely amazing, especially now that the nights now are getting darker earlier on. It is an actual godsend. I don't know what I'd do without it. I've been trying to get some good photos of Coco recently, and hopefully I can get her on the drawing board really soon. It's just getting that good reference photo, one that is preferably in natural light and it shows the colours exactly as they are, because sometimes if you're in bright sunlight it can change the colour of the coat on photos, and you want it to show fur details with the direction, and if you can get that highlight, the reflection in the eyes, then it's amazing. I don't think she's actually been on the vlog before, but this is Coco. Say hi. Hi everybody. So yeah, you'll probably see a lot more of her because she's so needy. Wherever I am, she's there. If I'm cooking tea, she's laid on my feet. If I sit down, she's sat on top of me. If I'm drawing, she's sat on my feet, or she's sat trying to sit on my knee. But yeah, she's like, how old is she now? 17 weeks she is. Aren't you? Yeah, so cute. And I just had an Amazon delivery, and in here is a couple of things that I've got for Kenya. So let's have a look. first thing, unbox. This one is like a mattress, an inflatable mattress. Now, do I pump this up and make sure it works and it's got no holes, or do I just leave it? It has got like an inflatable thing built in, so you don't need to take an extra pump or anything like that, but I think I might have to. You know what it is though, when you unbox stuff like this, you know you ain't getting it back to look like this, and it probably won't fit back in here, but I feel like if I don't pump it up and then when I get there it doesn't inflate, it's going to be in for an uncomfortable ride, an uncomfortable 5 nights of camping. So I think we'll pump that one up in a second. Not bad. Like, I'd probably pump it up a bit more, but yeah, definitely pump it up a bit more. But don't know what cushion. It's a bit noisy, but it's better than the floor. Press that, and we've got this one. Mozzie net. Let's have a look. Whoop! Whoop! Next thing is some waterproof zip bags. I'm taking a rucksack, so I figured if my rucksack gets wet, so my clothes, so I've ordered 2 of these. I'm hoping there's going to be enough room with both of them, but should be fine. We've been warned that in Africa there's like a ban on single-use plastic, so we're not sure whether or not you can take a plastic carry bag with you or not, so hence why these may be a better option. A big tumbler, which is for hot and cold drinks, because if anyone knows me, I need plenty of cups of tea, so my Yorkshire tea bags will be coming with me, and this is going to deal for my morning brew. Ooh, not gonna lie, it's a bit heavy. Battery pack, battery charger, battery pack, I don't know. Yeah, this one, I ended up getting one that was just under, well, this one's 26,800. What is it? Mega something? I don't know. Whatever it is, like the strength of it. I got the biggest one because I'm taking my camera. No, I'm not. I'm taking my phone, my other phone. Then I've got my microphones. I've got the Insta360 Flow that I'm using now to film on, and also I'm not sure whether to take a GoPro, and then I've also got, what I'm not sure whether I'm going to take is the DJI Osmo, not the new one, the older version, but yeah, I'm not sure. So there's plenty of things to try and keep charged, and on camp we've got, it's not like a all singing, all dancing glamping experience. It's like proper camping, proper camping. So I don't think there's anywhere to charge anything on there, apart from when we get on the vehicles, we each have a plug socket next to our chair. So that's good. But in between, hopefully this will be enough to keep me going. Sleeping bag, was going to get a sleeping bag as well, but ended up taking that off the list, and we've decided, the majority of us have decided now to hire one, because the one that I've got is nearly the same size as my rucksack, and I did look at getting a smaller one. I found one quite dinky one, but I did think maybe it might not be thick enough, because apparently it does get quite cold on an evening, so we're all renting one now. And it's a good job, because I've just been to the pharmacy to pick up my bag of goodies. So judging by the size of all this lot, I'm going to need the extra room. So thankfully we don't have to bring the sleeping bag, and we've got the option to hire them now. But I've got malaria tablets in here and a whole other host of concoctions as well. So I think I'm going to do an actual pack video, and show you what I've packed, what I'm packing art material wise, and yeah, I might let you know about maybe vaccines and everything else that we've had to do beforehand, visas, etc, etc. Yeah, I might do that one next. So yeah, because I know when I was looking, I kept YouTubing. Once I knew we were going, I kept YouTubing trying to find different videos about which vaccines to have and what to take, and I'm still not kind of like got that cemented in what I'm going to take yet, but yeah, we shall see. Also got a little sketchbook page to show you that I was working on the other day, and it is something I'm hoping we will see when we get there to Kenya. And it obviously I want to see all of the big five, and that would be absolutely amazing, and that's generally what everybody wants to see. But there is a few things, like smaller things, that I'm hoping that we might come across. One being a dung beetle. Now, dung beetle, I've learned quite a lot about dung beetle recently, and this has inspired me. I don't know whether you watched the one before, but I've always wanted for a while now to be able to illustrate a children's book, but I didn't really know where I would go with it or anything, or even I didn't think I would write it. Maybe I won't write it, but I've got a little bit of a story now in my head, and I was doodling the other day and using the dung beetle as the main character for the book. I'm hoping that while we're there in Kenya, I can use like any photos that I take. If I can do some doodling and some sketching, we can use the scenes, and they can be actually part of the book, so it's super exciting. If I get to see a Rolly in real life, then that is going to just be so cool. I'm actually using some new pencils here. I won them in a competition with Caran D'ache and Hannah Lipsey online, and these are the coloured pencils. You get 6 altogether, and they are dual ended, so there's a mixture of like fluorescent colours and then some metallics, and they were really different, quite cool to use alongside some of the luminance that I've got. I don't usually use colour pencils that much, to be honest. It's something that I'm trying to get into more. That's why the coloured pencil workshops on this trip are going to be amazing, with top tips from Joey and Shannon. The other thing I'd like to see is a firefly. Now, I did Google it. You can see fireflies in other places, like there's plenty of places that you can see them, but I think even here in France, maybe a bit further down south, but I've not seen a firefly since I was a kid. Like when we'd go to Greece, they would be out as soon as we go out for tea, and we'd be walking around. All the fireflies would be out, and I just find them absolutely fascinating and super magical. And yeah, if we get to see one of them too, then I will be super, super happy. But yeah, super excited, and hopefully I'll get to vlog the majority of the trip. I'm hoping to. I'm really new at this, so yeah, each time I'm just trying to get each video just that little bit better, and hopefully I can somehow put all the footage together and make some really good videos. Even if they're like the rubbish, I'll still love them, and it'll be something to watch back. And yeah, huge memory to keep. But it's crazy to think that I'm going all the way to Africa with a group of people I've never met before. If there's anything else that anyone wants to know about Kenya or wants me to include in a video for packing or wants me to go over in the vlog, then just let me know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. If you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you would like to see more art related content, or even if you're just coming for Coco. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. It really does help out my little channel to grow, and to the 20 subscribers that I've got, it's only small, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.